In 1965, I went bushwalking with a lot of friends. Amongst the many topics over the campfire was, why don't we set up a marine conservation group? And it was a sufficiently unique idea that people said, yeah, let's do that.
They're memories of being involved in something important and it being stressful.
Fear is a very strong emotion, and when the industry use that emotion against conservation, it's very hard to turn that around.
The 60s, we had staff members that had their phones bugged.
Hello?
Their houses raided and searched. They were followed by security services. They were attacked in the media. They had legal action taken against them.
It was a hot time, I can tell you. My hands were often shaking when I opened up the newspaper. What was he going to say about me today?
The government and the oil and gas have a strong level of influence, and it's very hard for us to fight that.
Petroleum giant Shell is on a collision course with conservationists over a plan to drill for oil 50 kilometres from Ningaloo Reef.
The oceans are in trouble, our habitats are in trouble, and we do need to do things to help protect them.
Things aren't fixed, they look fixed. The politics look fixed, the business models look fixed, but everything is just waiting to change.
We found a proposal to explore the entire reef for oil.
Joe was all-powerful.
The government of the day wanted to go ahead with mining. That's the national income.
Get stuck into any sort of mining that you like.
Didn't matter if it was natural, you just sell it. This is just so patently ridiculous. This is in the era when we had the Torrey Canyon and disasters with oil happening everywhere.
So it became a choice of, did Australia want an oil industry on the Barrier Reef or a tourist and fishing industry on the Barrier Reef?
Virtually every Australian says, of course, we should be protecting the reef.
The Barrier Reef is a national icon.
But you don't achieve anything if you actually don't have the public on side.
So we talked about the Barrier Reef right up and down the coastline. I did several lecture tours where I just went from city to city. We sold something like 110,000 car stickers saying, "Save the Barrier Reef." It was one of those desperate ideas we had. It looked like we were going to lose.
They were told that what they were doing was impossible, that it was ludicrous, it was, quixotic.
And then there was the Union Black Band, and so they black banned all operations for oil drilling on the reef.
That's the outcome we're after.
It was years of our lives that went into making all that happen.
That was a great moment. Here's this tremendously important issue, the Great Barrier Reef, and I'm playing an important role in its conservation. Tremendous sense of satisfaction.
I'm proud, and I've spent 30 years of my professional life working on the issues.
Probably the only place in the world where private citizens have kept the oil industry out of an area they wanted to drill for oil.
Important part of my life, and it still is.
Every time another area was saved from a canal estate housing development, or they didn't build a garbage dump in mangrove areas, helping make those things happen had been worthwhile.
When people judge us on our first 60 years, please judge us on what we've achieved. And it's a lot.
The International Court of Justice has ruled that Japan's whaling is not for scientific purposes.
Environmentalists say they're thrilled that Western Australia's Ningaloo Reef has won World Heritage status.
An exciting day for conservation in Australia,
for us to have a network of marine sanctuaries.
Things that AMCS has achieved are real and solid and historic.
The federal government has taken steps to stop the controversial Dutch super trawler from fishing in Australian waters.
AMCS has created Australia's sustainable seafood revolution.
Should we be asking, is this sustainable everywhere we go?
But you fight every fight again and again and again.
Increased dredging in the Great Barrier Reef could jeopardise its World Heritage status.
We will see the condition of the reef only get worse, and this is just the thin edge of the wedge.
Keep battling, whatever it takes. If it means we need to work with the government to change the laws, we'll do that. If we need to get 10,000 people on the streets, we'll do that. Stand up for marine life. Stand up for our future generations.
About 4,000 people packed Cottesloe Beach to protest against one of the toughest shark policies in the world.
One of the great wonders of the world took centre stage at a rally in Brisbane today. More than 1,000 people marched through the city, highlighting concerns that proposed developments are threatening its future.
If you love something, sooner or later you've got to fight for it. And the people who are doing most to fight for the sea are AMCS. And they need your help. So get involved.